Yeah, yeah, of course. Um, and yeah, and that's the hope of, you know, that sort of, there's something else for us. Because for so long we were living in these neighborhoods boxed in, and those neighborhoods were our world. You know, a lot of people from Brooklyn didn't even take a trip to Manhattan. You know, never been in Central Park. It's 20 minutes away, and it's free. It's a free park.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of people have never been in it. You know, our little world was all we knew. We didn't know anything outside of that world. So to look and see people that look like you achieving great things is like, oh, there is more, you know, and it improves self-esteem and improves upon self-worth. You know, because a lot of choices are made from the position of, you know, my life is not worth much, and I'm not. This sort of living is not much. So if I risk my life, you know, what am I really missing? But if you know how valuable human life is, you have more respect for yours and for others. You know?
You say in the book, your life after childhood has two main stories, the story of a hustler and the story of a rapper. What's your story now?
I guess it's those both intertwined. A person of experience and wealth of knowledge and all these things that I've been through and all these things that I've seen, and I've seen, you know, both sides of the equation. And
you mean by having almost nothing when it comes to money and resources, and then having almost everything?
yeah, and the people and the exchange between people of all different worlds, you know. So I've really come to the conclusion that we're basically the same. We're all the same. Like, and it sounds like some speech from high up, but we're basically all the same. You know, once you take away who we are, take away where we come from, you know, we pretty much have the same thing. You know, you ask a person who they love, the first thing they'll probably say is their mother, you know, or their husband or whomever. I mean, we all love the same thing. We all want the same thing. We all have the same fears. You know, fear of failure. We all have the same aspirations.
You have a fear of failure?
Yeah, we all have fear of failure in some sort of way.
Despite success as a business mogul, as a musician?
Well, as a business mogul and as anybody who's been successful, you've always, the weight of who you are is on you as well.
Sure.
You know, the weight of all you've done is on you.
Expectations.
Yeah, make your first album again, or you know, do that interview like you had with
I understand that.
Tupac. You know, I want it to be of that level. You know, it's just it's the weight of who you are. I said in the Kanye remix, like, do you have the power to get out from up under you? You know, the power to get out from everything you've done.
You insist that rap is poetry, and you wrote, Chuck D famously called hip-hop the CNN of the ghetto. Does hip-hop and rap have a responsibility to report and not just entertain? To take it one step further?
Yes, of course. You know, you can't entertain. It's everything. Rap is, you know, it's entertaining, it's informative, it's provocative, it's funny, it's silly. You know, it's all of these things. So absolutely. You can't have balance. You can't have one without the other. Life has balance. You can't have one without the other.
So what's that responsibility now when